Hi everyone, we're back with some examples of solving application inequalities, and I'm excited to share these with you because it is a continuation of linear equations, but now it is written as an inequality. So keep that in mind as we go. We're going to look at parking costs and how this can be made into an inequality statement. Parking at a state fair can be expensive, and so a family wants to go to the fair and notices that parking costs are $2 for the first half hour and then $1.25 for every additional hour after that. A notice at the fairgrounds reminds fairgoers that a partial hour is charged as a full hour. Set up an inequality statement where T represents the time in whole hours. The family can afford no more than $10 in parking, so how long can they be at the fair? Now here is where we have to highlight some things. One thing is that a partial hour will be charged as a full hour, and what the inequality is defining. The family can afford no more than $10 in parking. So we know that parking cost must be less than or equal to $10. That's what the inequality statement says. Also, we know that no matter what, if they park their car for any amount of time, they will be charged $2. So we're going to go ahead and put the $2 down for that first half hour of being at the parking lot. Then, for every additional hour, we'll be charged $1.25. And I'm going to use T to represent the time in whole hours. So that will be multiplied by time. This whole parking fee process must be less than or equal to $10. And now let's just double check our math. If we were to be there for 30 minutes, we would be charged $2. So we're going to subtract the $2 from this calculation because we need to figure out the number of hours after the first 30 minutes. So now we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. And that will give me $1.25 times the number of hours you are there must be less than or equal to 8. And this is great because now we can figure out how many full hours we can be at the fair in addition to that first 30 minutes. So we are disregarding the first 30 minutes in this next piece. We'll worry about it at the end, but for now we're just calculating the full hours. From here, we will divide both sides by 125. And so T is less than or equal to, let's go ahead and pull up our calculator, 8 divided by 1.25 is 6.4. Now, remember from way back up here in the highlighted yellow part, a partial hour will be charged as a whole hour, so we have to throw that out based on the context of our question. So we can stay at the fair a maximum of 6 hours after the first 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and check our math. We are assuming that 6 hours is the maximum number of hours we can stay at the fair after the first 30 minutes. So I'm just going to double check my math. 2 plus 1.25 times 6 should be less than or equal to $10. And so I can double check that 2 plus 1.25 times 6 will give me 7.5. And hopefully that is still less than or equal to 10. 7.5 plus 2 is 9.5. And that is indeed less than or equal to 10. Now, if I was to stay for that extra 0.4 hours, I would be charged for an additional hour. And if I did that, I would have overspent for parking. So my final answer for the time I can be at the fair, how long can you be at the fair, is 6.5 hours.